So this is the evening edition. I'm talking about MaDhoomaVathy, uh, which I'll be posting in three parts because I'm not able to load everything fully completely. It doesn't get loaded here. First of all, the net is very bad. Okay. Now we've been talking about MaDhoomaVathy. So why did MaDhoomaVathy get this video image? So my guru says there are so many stories why she got the image of uh, Dhumavati. You all know that Sati Devi, after when she was, when Lord Shiva was not invited for the Daksha Yajna, which Sati's father is Parvati or Mahashakti or Adishakti or her father, that is Daksha, he did not invite Lord Shiva, that is Parvati's husband, Shakti's husband. Only if I say that, children will understand. If small children are seeing this also, I want them to understand. He was not invited. So without knowing this, she took all the liberty to go to her father's place in spite of Shiva telling don't go. That's the reason even in our Brahmin culture, whatever we are doing, we need the consent of the husband. Especially ஐயர் காஸ்ட்ல நம்ம பூஜை ஏதாவது பண்ணுறதுக்கு முன்னால ஃபர்ஸ்ட் ஆஃப் ஆல் ஹஸ்பண்ட் வந்து கூர்ச்சம் வாங்கிக்கணும். தட் இஸ் பீப்புள் வில் நாட் அண்டர்ஸ்டாண்ட். மை ஃபாதர் ஆல்வேஸ் டோல்ட் அண்டர்ஸ்டாண்ட் அண்டில் யூ கெட் தி கூர்ச்சம் டன் அண்ட் கிவன் பை யுவர் ஹஸ்பண்ட் டு யூ, யூ கே நாட் டூ எனி பூஜா. தெர் பி நோ, அதில் ஒரு பூஜை பண்ணி ஒரு பிரயோஜனமும் இல்லை. தெர் இஸ் நோ யூஸ் இன் டூயிங் சச் பூஜஸ். தட் இஸ் அவர் பிராமின் கல்ச்சர். And then we have to ask the consent of the pujari. We call it Vadhyar in our language, but it is called as Tamil Vadhyar chana teacher, but Engodu castle Vadhyar chana Purohitar. And those who all do this in temples, what they are doing is they are not ayyars. People say ayyar, they are not ayyar. They are born maybe ayyar, but their profession is archakas or priest. The same way we have the purohitar or the kula, நம்ம ஃபேமிலிக்கு ஒரு டாக்டர் இருக்கிற மாதிரி நம்ம ஃபேமிலிக்கு ஒரு புரோஹிதர் இருப்பார். அவர் தான் we call as வாத்தியார். It will come from ages, from tata party to how it comes. Like when we had in Bangalore, when after came married and came, we had Rama Vadyar. That's my father-in-law's place, whichever Vadyar, that should be my Vadyar too, not my mother-in-law's place. Okay, so that then came Vaidhi Vadyar. From Vaidhi Vadyar passed away, then comes for me Kumar Mama. He's my Vadyar too. So I'm yet to go and visit him. That I'll tell you later when I take a vlog. So now, when Sati Devi was not, when Shiva was not invited for the Daksha Yaga, she felt very bad, and she asked the father, why you have not invited my husband? So I don't want to go deep into it. There's so many stories are there, so let us not get confused. Stick to one. So she jumps into the fire, right? And when she jumps into the fire, only when she goes away from that smoke comes, and from that, she keeps traveling. That is her, each and every part of hers fall in different places while she's in the travel. That is how in Kamakhya it is called Shakti Peedam. One of the Shakti Peedam is Kamakhya, where her yoni has fallen. Whether you people believe it or not, understand, until you go there and understand it, you will understand. But one thing, again I'm telling you, சரியா காத்தால இருந்து குளிக்காம பல்லு தேய்க்காம சும்மா ஜம்மு ட்ரெஸ்ஸை போட்டு ஜம்மு டெங்கு கிட்டிங்குன்னு ஆடிட்டு போனா ஒன்றும் சாமி வரமாட்டார். யூ வில் நெவர் கெட் தட் சானிட்டி. காத்தால இருந்து வீட்டில் இருக்கிற பொம்பளைங்க காத்தால இருந்து பல்ல தேய்ச்சி மூஞ்சி அனுப்பிட்டு குளிச்சு வீடை பெருக்கி தொடச்சி, அப்புறம் வந்து இப்போல்லாம் குக்கர் தான். எனக்கெல்லாம் 3 குக்கர் வச்சா டக்கு டக்குன்னு வேலையாயிடுது. I want to cook for my dogs also. So why I'm telling you this is, it is easy. The cooking is so easy nowadays. People are making it so elaborate, so dragging from morning till evening. So let us come back to this topic. I have to talk in between like that, then only people understand. Otherwise it will become boring also. So it comes to me, I talk to you, that's all. So here what happens, uh, Sati Devi got a little upset and she falls into the things, right? And each story is different. I don't want to go deep into the story. And Shiva punished her. So many things are there. No God can punish anybody. So here, uh, uh, she rose back from fire in which she jumped in her father's, that is Daksha's yajna. Since the father did not invite Lord Shiva, her husband, for the yajna. That's what I told you. I find most appropriate reason for this Dhoomavati is this. This is what I feel. Uh, 1 minute. Let me read this. It's very, you have to be very careful when you're talking. Okay. Okay. This really got appealing to me because as story I have heard this from my Tata, because Tata has not taught me Dasamahavidya. I told you, he told a time will come, you will get it if you are too keen on it and if you're systematic இருந்தேனா அவருக்கு கண்டிப்பா சுவாமி அதுக்குள்ள அருள் தருவார். That's what my Tata told. But I have heard him talking about this is small thing which we all know, like uh, the widow stage of Shakti, or the widow figure of Shakti as Dhoomavati represents a stage in life that is even after one becomes widow, that is life after the husband death, is to look forward for inner knowledge and detachment. Wow, what a beauty! What a beauty! What a beauty! What a beauty! This is what I felt more appropriate. This is what I heard through my Tata. Because I tell you, now I want to talk about few widows of our house. Because by this topic, I like so much about this way to take it is, my Tata used to tell. See, my Tata had only one sister. He had two sisters. Etchiyathai, that is Lakshmi Attai, and Kunjipati. So we call Kunjipati, which is very beautiful. I used to ask my Amma when I was a small child, why is Kunjipati putting this white thing over the head, and she's so looking so beautiful. So my Tata was telling, why she was, those days no remarriage, right? These days, okay, one, twice, thrice, four, whatever time you want to marry, you're married. There's no sanctity in such marriages. I don't believe in it. I believe in one marriage. If the husband dies, it's okay. You live with your children. If you don't have children, do some society service for the society. There's no need for marriage again. That's what I'm telling you. When you are falling into lust and material world, you'll be only in sufferings. That's the reason they say that the Dashamahavidya is not for the people who want to fall again and again into karmic account and face things badly in their life. So here I want to talk about what my Tata said was correct. That is, once you become a widow, that doesn't mean life is stopping there. There is more to look forward to as a widow. In those days, in joint family, a widow never found it very difficult to live because there were brothers, sister-in-law, children, grandchildren. So the family used to go so smoothly. They never felt they don't have a husband. Mind you, my Kunjiyattai became a widow at the age of 10. Those days, 8 years old, they'll get married, no? At the age of 10. So from the age of 10 till she died, she wore that white dress, 18 muഴம், not a sari, 18 muഴம், and that is, we call madishar. Actually, my father-in-law says it is not madishar, it's maditar. The tar has to come, that is a muddy, the way we wear underwear now, those days no underwear. So this was a muddy tar. The tar has to come to cover your private parts. That's the reason we Ayers feel sanctity in wearing madishar during our puja rituals. It's a must for Ayers. Now, Let us talk about this Kunji Patti. So she became a widow when she became 10. She was married at the age of 8, I believe. This story I'm hearing when I was 8. You can imagine how old she would have become then. So Tata was telling me, when a lady becomes a widow in those days, she should not get attracted to another man, or another man should not get attracted to her. It was not a sin, okay, to get married with her. It's not a sin, but those days the system was like that, so that she doesn't get attracted to another man, or the man doesn't get attracted to this lady. That's the reason she was given the white dress, and she was allowed to do the puja. She was allowed to do the puja, and then, in fact, in our houses, she is the first one who do the puja, and then my mother. In my house, that was a routine. So a widow is not a sin, but a widow has got certain rules and regulations. If she follows that, and that's what this MaDhoomaVathy says, she's living and proving that role of a widow. She says, after you become a widow, your responsibility towards family is less, and you have to go towards inner way. That is, you have to go into the inner self, to go into spiritual ways, and to understand that this janma I got this widowhood. At least in the next janma, if I am eligible, let me not become a widow. Let me die sohagan. So many things you can pray. Or you want to pray for your children, but you have to direct your mind towards spirituality. End of the day, all these worships of God and goddesses are asking you to get into spirituality, to know your inner self. Not for Karyasiddhi, or for, it's only Nishkamya Bhakti, Nishkamya Puja, to say whatever is just உனக்கு என்ன விதிச்சிருக்கோ அதுதான் உனக்கு கிடைக்க போகுது. ஆனால் உன்னோட டியூட்டி ஆஸ் அ விடோ என்னது? உன்னோட டியூட்டி ஆஸ் அ விடோ இஸ் டு டிரான்ஸ்ஃபார்ம் யோர் செல்ஃப். நீயே உன்னை மாற்றிருந்து காத்தால இருந்து குளிச்சு ஜெபிச்சு சாமி விளக்கேற்றி இந்த வாசலில் கோலம் போடுறதுலாம் அப்புறம். காத்தால ஏந்து உன்னோட டியூட்டி என்னது? நீ க்ளீனாக இருக்கணும். நீ க்ளீனாக இருந்தால் தான் நீ இருக்கிற பரம்பரை நல்லா இருக்கும். I talk to you about this, my Kunji Patti, in the next vlog.